Hi guys, I just made a video what is new. So every month we release ISOs. We give you 2 videos and an article. What is new and how to stay rolling. And this is the how to stay rolling video. I took the ISO of previous month. That's always the thing we do. We do an easy installation, which means offline, right? Otherwise it will be already updated. If you do online, it's going to grab things on the internet, right? So offline. So we see what happens, what did happen in 1 month's time to our system. We updated it, right? So I'm gonna do exactly the same thing, but to explain some things, we have Skel is an interesting thing. True, that's not it. Skel is an interesting thing, specific for ArcoLinux. We have, well, a lot of aliases, right? I'm just gonna cover a few of them, a lot of them. So please look at them. And what I'm gonna type is backup Skel. Skel is one of the folders, backup Skel, one of the folders that is on your system that contains all the necessary things if you create another user, for example, right? Windows does the same. We have here this is what a new user will get. Now this is important because of, well, as you can see and know, maybe bash or C, right? Our aliases are in here. ZSHRC means another shell. Config, lots of things are in here, like awesome configuration, i3 configuration, and so on. So the tiling window managers often have a place in the .config. So when we update, we update it here. We're never gonna update it on your home directory. We stay away from your home directory. And if we do, we tell them that there is a backup, right? So in this case, we made a copy of this. So etc Skel contains always a good version. If you mess around with code, of course, in your home directory, then you can look here, because that's a valid code. That's never touch that code, right? That's basically kind of a backup. So Skel is nothing more than copy paste from there to there. That's it. That's Skel. It's a script, but basically we did not want to do this manually, right? Okay. And if we type backup Skel, we have exactly the same thing. Okay, now we're gonna update and maybe things will change. And that's why we do it, to know what's going on. Is there something new with BSPWM and any of them? And this is the amount that we get on Arch. So if that's too much for you, if you don't have those bandwidth things, right, 1.5 gigabyte is maybe a lot, then Arch is not for you, simply put. So we're gonna update. This is our Pacman, a little bit bigger, a bit smaller. This is it. Just having some fun here. But voila, we have to wait for everything updates. And we've made actually a new alias to have more of these little Pacman guys. So these are the parallel downloads. And the parallel downloads are defined in npacman. And in npacman, you put in a number. Okay, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 30, right? Basically, it's downloading the amount. This is the amount of downloads it's going to do parallel. So faster. You're going to download everything faster. So let's see what it shows, maybe some information that we can teach. First of all, PAMAC is not installed. It's fine, it's great, use it. But when we update things, we try to steer you to a terminal and type update. And then follow. Why is this green? Ah yeah, so there was an upgrade for SDM simplicity. When you log out, you get SDM and a nice wallpaper. We have updated it. Nothing to do, nothing to know for the rest, but that's why this green thing, it's automatically set. We've changed some things in ArcoNet. Definitely need to remember that, to check that out. What did we change? But that's why the backup scale is there, right? It's super easy. And whatever we do, you can always trace back what changed. And that's the backup scale, what changed. And this says it all. I mean, that's system deboot, right? That's not grub. I've changed, well, I've done this installation with system deboot, which from now on we will recommend. The only reason being, and that's some tough luck, tough love. In 10 years time there were 2 issues, right? That's not too many. But probably for beginners who don't have arch-chroot knowledge, that's too much, right? Arch-chroot is super important. Chroot, read everything you know about this chroot. Or watch any video that has the word chroot in it. And this is ours. But guess what, right? Besides ArcoLinux, with a lot of videos, there is the top, which is the trillion of videos, right? It's not just us now. This is the internet. And you listen to somebody else, the Guiding Hands, right? Or Eric Adams or Rob. Up to you, but definitely investigate, give it time, know what chroot does, because it's powerful. Any system can be fixed on Arch with arch-chroot and of course knowledge. You're definitely gonna need that, and that's what ArcoLinux is for, sharing knowledge. And basically we call it our little university. You don't get any degree at all, too bad for you. But yes, the vision of ArcoLinux has been explained on the first page, right? ArcoLinux University, the learning path. Basically it says don't start running a marathon before you can even walk, right? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Start with easy stuff, make it more difficult, investigate some tiny window managers, different languages, Lua, right? C, Xmonad. So everything, Python, Qtile. So any of these desktops have an a different configuration and sometimes a different language. All right, study up. Basically, that's what we're for. Kind of a university to learn about Linux and then maybe find a job in Linux. Why not? So this was our update. Okay, Scal backup. Let's do another one. Backup Scal before the update, after the update, before the haircut, after the haircut. What's the difference? This is the difference. Compare. But first off, reboot. By the way, ArcoLinux keyring. No keyring issues this time. But it's certainly worth mentioning that if you see a problem, if you see something about keys, there are 2 things to remember. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux keyring and fix key. And if those 2 are not working, then you contact us on Discord. So to repeat, sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux keyring. It's a package. It's not from us. It's from Arch. And sometimes, right, they have to update it in order for us to be able to update things. But as you see, that's the date now. Look at it, right? January 23. That's a long while ago. Still rock solid. Still working. And fix key is something else. Basically, it fixes keys, but it also gets the ArcoLinux keyring from the internet. You see? But it does a lot more. And then you have a clean slate. Everything is back and up and running and working. So it is about these 2 guys. The Scal, the etc Scal has changed. This is a copy of the before and the after. So let's have a look. What did we change also in that particular folder? Compare. Now, people often, sometimes you see this, sometimes you see it's bloated, right? A lot of software. Well, basically meld should be there, git ahead should be there, git find should be there. It's not there, right? If you don't want it, but if you do want it, voila, you need to do something. You need to install stuff. Sudo pacman -s meld. Without meld, it's not gonna work. So it's not bloated. It's just a reference to something that's not there. Doesn't cost us a lot of money to have this line here, but without the app, right, we can't do this. So let's first tackle this. Do we want the same files and folders? No. We only want to see the differences. So what did we change? Last month, today. Last month to the left. Today to the right. We removed from the file here, that's the right mouse click, that's basically this. That's the right mouse click. You can make custom actions. Configure custom actions, can change and add things, plus and so on, right? And we removed the GKSU. GKSU is no longer there. It's an application that's now deprecated, so we've removed it. Okay. Config fish, we've made some aliases, fix ArcoLinux mirrors and fix ArcoLinux mirrors. There are always these facts, right? Facts, frequent asked questions. There are always these things users ask. That's aliases. And we have a lot of fixed things, as you can see. Fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that. People will break the system. Why? You're learning. You're a student. And a comma, a space, a tab, it really messes up code, right? So fix ArcoLinux mirrors is just what it says. We need packages from mirrors, servers, fix the ArcoLinux ones, fix the ArcoLinux ones. That's it, right? We have that in all the shells, in fish, in ZSH, and in bash. So whatever you choose, you always have the same aliases everywhere. And that's it, basically. That was the change. Nothing more, nothing less. Plus all packages and all things that are not in etc, right? They go to the file system, to the user, to the share, and whatever. They are immediately installed. All right, I think I've said it all. And yes, of course, we update the ATT as usual. There are some things that we've changed, like the GKSU thing, right? I made sure that that's not anymore, and next ISO anyway, not gonna be on the system anymore. Stuff like that, but that's it, I guess. If you want to see what we've done the last weeks, YouTube, right? All the videos, all the things we've done, and the knowledge that we have shared are on YouTube, and you can have a look what extra things we've done lately. And I have to go all the way back like this to videos, and then latest probably, right? Or popular and oldest, latest. What is new? That's the video. A good way to search things, how to install ArcoNet. We talked about the steps prior, because if it's the first time ever you start with Linux, you don't know what to do with the BIOS and UEFI settings. There is something you need to do in order to remove Windows completely and take control and have a Linux distribution on there, not just specifically ArcoLinux. So have a look at the videos that we've made 7 days ago, you see, and decide if that's something you want to learn right now. It's university, but you choose what you want to learn at this particular moment in time. All right, cheers.